Okay, hey Aries. So today's gonna be your monthly reading for July. We're gonna check out what the theme of the month is, what's coming for you, what lessons, challenges, and the good things that are coming. Already pre-shuffled the deck, so we can go ahead and get started. Alright, what is the theme of July for Aries? What is the theme of July for Aries? Theme of July for Aries. Oh, fell in my lap. Okay, we got the Four of Swords and the King of Swords. Alright, so coming into July, we're definitely going to be doing a lot of shadow work, a lot of introspection, but it's also going to be kind of introspection that you do not bring out yourself. It's kind of other people and other circumstances are kind of bringing forth this kind of shadow work and self-reflection. And it's almost initially like you kind of feel like, okay, you've kind of done this. You're going to feel like you've kind of done the work that you need to do. You already done the growth. And July's going to kind of sneak up on you and kind of reinstate, like, hey, you're not finished yet. Like, oh, hey, there still needs some more stuff that needs to be worked on. There still needs to be some triggers investigated. There's still gonna be some trauma that needs to be handled. And if for you, it's gonna feel a little bit more. It's just gonna feel like it's gonna make you feel a little bit cornered because it's not an energy that you expect, and it's almost an energy too that you have expected to kind of put to rest. But I do see coming out of July, not even out of July, but towards mid-July and the end of it, you're gonna have a little bit more of a handle on things, and you're also kind of be glad that you went through this in the beginning of July. You're gonna be glad that um, July did push for further growth. You're gonna be glad that it pushed you to deal with those shadow things because it's gonna give you a lot of confidence. You're gonna feel very proud of yourself as well for dealing with it and for confronting it and for just actually taking responsibility of it. Um, it's just all in all, it's just gonna give you a very good ego boost, like a very good. And I shouldn't say ego boost because a lot of shadow work is to deal with the death of ego. I should say it's just gonna give you a lot more of a confidence boost, and it's gonna let you feel like you have a lot more of a handle on 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 those sides of yourself that are a little bit scary. Okay, let's see what else is coming for you in July. Okay. Yeah, okay. So you're not gonna like people too much during this month of July. There's gonna be people kind of calling you out in a sense. um, and the way they call you out, it's gonna maybe like it's at first it's gonna initially hurt you. It's gonna hurt your feelings. It's gonna make you feel like this person is personally against you. That whoever is kind of like pointing things out about yourself that you don't necessarily want it to be pointed out or you don't necessarily agree with right off the bat, it's going to feel like a personal attack to you and it's going to hurt your feelings in it, especially if this is a person, if it's coming from a person that you have a close relationship with or that you just, you hold closely or you just look up to. It's going to feel very personal. It's going to make you feel very wounded by them. But and initially, like I said, like you're going to come out of this very glad that this happened because the reason why it's causing people around you that you consider close to you kind of call you out on some stuff is because if it came from anybody else, right? If it came from anybody else that you just don't really care about, you wouldn't listen to them. You wouldn't take their words serious. But when like words come from somebody that we value and that we love and that we respect, it makes us hesitate. No matter how much we disagree with what they say initially, we still have that moment of like, okay, wait, is what they're saying really true, or like where is this coming from, right? And if you have a great relationship with the person that's saying it, which is the cards are saying me that it's going to come from somebody that you do have a good relationship with, there's always going to come a point too of discussion where you kind of ask, okay, why did you say that about me, or why did you why did you feel this way, and in that conversation is going to bring to light about some leftover, not even leftover, but just some still residual shadow work that still needs to be done, or some aspects of trauma that you haven't dealt with is going to be brought up. because it might even, what they're saying might even be true, but your reaction to it could be a trauma-based reaction. um but I also see, like, with each kind of each step in July of you confronting that shadow side of you kind of going through that checklist that's being forcefully put into your lap, and with everything that you kind of, with every step that you kind of heal with, I see that there's going to be a reward equally put in place, which makes sense with your energy of why you feel so proud of yourself coming towards the mid to end of July, is because you, and the confidence you have in this process is because you start to see um, the pattern of it. You start to understand more of why this work is necessary and what comes out of this work, and you start to kind of see, the cycle basically of it all, and it's going to make more sense to you. And because of that, because you're going to see, okay, like with each positive step that I make with myself, with each step I try to do to cleanse myself and to and to connect more to my higher self, um, you're going to see that a reward kind of put into that. You're going to start seeing your efforts reflect very good on you. Okay, let's see what lessons in July. Okay, what lessons are there in July for Aries? Oh, I got the Temperance card and the Knight of Wands. So the lessons in July that are coming out for you really have to do with you having a higher knowledge. Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. Okay. So take what resonates and leave the rest behind, right? But um, for some of you, there's something to do with spiritual gifts, or like something to do with spiritual practices, or just like something where like a hidden skill set of yours. So even if you're not like spiritually gifted, there's something about a hidden skill set that you've never really fully recognized within yourself, and other people have, but other people have recognized it in you. And so, yeah. So, okay. Okay. So this is all connected, but okay. Okay. Give me a minute. Trying to figure out the best way to word this. Okay. So with that I said, like how shadow work and how there's gonna be people close to you kind of calling you out in a sense. And a lot of times when we think about, being called out, it's like a lot of things we're thinking about, like flaws or character flaws, or just negative things or aspects about ourselves. But it also comes out to people calling you out on the good that you do, or people calling you out on a skill that you have, or people calling you out on and just on something that you do that's good, but you just haven't never recognized that within yourself. It could be people calling you out that you don't show enough love to yourself. It's stuff like that, right? It's stuff like you have, like, because that makes sense of why you're thinking like you have done the work already, because in your mind you're like, I fixed all my flaws, I fixed everything, like I confronted everything. What else do I need to be called out on? And it's more in a sense people calling you out on those positive kind of aspects of yourself that you have never seen in a positive way, or that you have never really even considered to be a part of you, really. It could be like you could be a really good artist and you could be really good at drawing, but you just have never recognized it, and other people are like, yo, like, you could be one of those people that have, like, you don't think you have any skills, anything. You think you're just average at things, and you have people around you that are getting a little frustrated because they're like, yo, you literally make masterpieces in your free time. What do you mean you don't have any skills? But like you don't recognize it that way, right? Or it could just be like, you have a way of talking with people, you have a way to comfort people, you have shuts a way about you that it's so easy for you to recognize when somebody's in pain and for you to offer help, and you don't recognize that about yourself, but other people are looking at you like, yo, you literally saved my life. Like, it's stuff like that, right? And so the lessons that you're learning in July are is that aspect of you. It's learning how to see yourself, it's learning how to fully love yourself, it's learning how to recognize your worth and to see your worth in all its in its true form, and not in the form that you have been raised to see it, not in the form that you have been nurtured to see it. Is it's fully seeing yourself on a, like, without any bias, without any this like, but it's just seeing yourself like just purely. It's like a pure, you're seeing your pure self in all its form and in all of its beauty, and that's the lesson that you're learning in July. And so that explains why too why sometimes that approach that with the way that this with whoever is doing who's ever going to be the messenger basically to tell you or call you out on this stuff, why it's going to feel so personal, because they're going to be doing it a little bit of aggressive way, and it's not out of disrespect to you, it's just out of pure love for you and them and their frustration of why you do not see your light the same way they see it. And so it's going to be a very it's all coming from a place of love, but it's still going to be a way where it might bother you a little bit from just how perhaps how aggressive it might be put towards you. But like I said, it's something that like you've had your whole life, a skill set or a skill set or mentality or just something about you that you had your whole life that you just never really seen it that way. You've never really recognized it to be as a positive aspect or even connected to you. Like I said, you could be a really good artist, you could be a really good writer, you could be a really good talker, you could be amazing cook, you could be um, have a mind that is just built for mathematics, and you just it's like a something that you have not utilized or you have not pushed that level of a boundary on because you just have never thought of it to be a good thing. Okay, let's see what challenges in July they may be. Okay, Page of Pentacles and the Moon card. So the challenge maybe is once you really start to recognize those aspects about yourself, or once you really start to like after this person kind of calls it out to you, and you start to kind of at first you might just disregard the words, but it's still ringing in your head as you go through day to day, and you start kind of actually seeing bits of truth of what that person has said to you. Like if, like I said, going back to like the artist example, if they said you're a really good artist, right? And you're like, whatever, fuck, like it's not. No, I don't. Like I don't know what you like. You don't even know what you're talking about. I don't. I'm not an artist. I'm not good at that. At best, I just doodle, right? But then as you go like do your day to day, and you start realizing, and you start really looking at what you call your doodles, and you start looking at it and be like, wait, okay, maybe maybe I am a little bit good, or maybe I do. Maybe I don't doodle, but maybe I sketch. Like that challenge though of like once you start recognizing that skill set for what it is, it's breaking that habit of kind of regressing. It's the challenge is for you to not regress into a mindset that is no longer serving you. It's that mindset of no, the skill isn't a skill. It's that mindset of no, I'm just average at this. It's that mindset of no, I'm not that person. I'm this, and then that person seems too good, or it seems too masterful at that, and I'm not that at all. It's not relating yourself to greatness, and if you have a habit of putting distance between yourself and greatness, that's going to be a challenge. It's to remind yourself like. No, your skill is at the level of greatness. And because your skill is at the level of greatness, therefore you are at a level of greatness. And it's keeping that mentality. That's going to be a challenge for you, is keeping that mentality of I am greatness. I am great because my skill is great, and because my skill is great, I am great. It's that kind of mentality that's going to be a struggle for you to hold on to, because it's just a habit of thought, right? It's a habit of thought, and habits are always hard to break. But if a consistency, it's very much I can see very easily overcoming that. All right, let's see what good things are coming to you in the month of July. Oh. The Sun card. All right. So the good things are coming to you in the month of July. It's gonna feel a bit more of a. At the end of July, it's gonna feel a bit of a like a you had a rebirth, right? It's gonna be like so. Like I said, in the early beginning month, you're gonna feel a little bit more uncomfortable. You're gonna feel a little bit what's it called? I wouldn't say you won't feel like a victim, but you're gonna feel like people are coming at you. and you're gonna feel a bit overwhelmed and cornered with that energy. And then as you go into the month, you're gonna gain more confidence. And by the end of the month, as you're reflecting on the term of the month, you're gonna feel a little bit more rebirthed because of this process that you've gone, and it's because you unlocked a new level of self love, and you've unlocked a new level of how to view yourself. You have unlocked a level to how to see yourself more in its true form, and for that's gonna feel so refreshing to you because you're gonna be living more in your authentic truth and your authentic self. So that's gonna make it really feel like a strong rebirth for you. You're gonna feel very, very renewed and refreshed, and coming out of the month of July. But yeah, that's all I have for you for your monthly read. Please let me know in the comments down below if you guys connected with this reading, how it's better to connect with you. I do offer personal readings. I've left the link down below in the description box. Feel free to like and subscribe. And I really hope that you guys resonated and enjoyed the reading. But I'll see you guys next time. Have a good day. All right, bye.